Fans, hello and welcome out to a beautiful night here in Texas for some high school football. We're going to be talking about the weather here. We're going to be talking about the stats. We'll talk about just about everything you'd want to know about the Harlingen South Hawks and the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. Two teams that have really made an impact within their district this year. Let's go ahead and get started with Let's go ahead and get started with some good stuff here. We have our quick stats. Let's go ahead and start with those tonight. We'll go ahead and get started with Edinburg Vela and their quick stats of the evening. So let's take a look at Edinburg Vela, how they've done. They're 179.2 yards per game receiving, 164.7 rushing, 43 total touchdowns, tackles per game 55.5, sacks 15, interceptions 5. So that's how the SaberCats looked coming into tonight's game. Let's go ahead and take a look across the field and see how their opposing Harlingen South Hawks are doing out there. So let's take a look at the Hawks. It's 117.5 receiving yards, 204 rushing yards, 27 touchdowns, 62.4 tackles per game, 9 sacks, 3 interceptions. So the Harlingen Hawks having a great season so far as they took on some great big teams, big names here in the RGV. We'll talk about those. First, let's go ahead and talk about how Edinburg Vela did this year. And let's go ahead and keep going with our pregame here. Go ahead and take a look at Harlingen South, see how they did this season. And when it came to the South Hawks, they had some interesting games here. They had a matchup in week 1 against Edinburg. They lost that 34-21. They took a win over PSJ North week 2. They took a win over Mackay week 3, 38-0. They lost to Weslaco with a 21-7. Then they took a loss to Odessa 44-17 on the road. They beat Los Fresno 16-7. They lost to San Benito 14-49. They beat Brownsville Rivera 41-20. They lost to Harlingen High, their crosstown rivals, in a 41-21 loss. They lost to Brownsville Hanna with a 7-30, and they're averaging about 20.6 points per game. So that's how the Harlingen South Hawks are looking coming into tonight's game. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at games being played tonight in the Bi-District playoff round that are from these two teams, these two districts, and that would be Edinburg with a 7-3 record playing San Benito with a 6-4 record. We have that game live for you. Then we have Hanna with the 8-1 record and Weslaco East with the 5-4 record. We have, of course, this 4-6 Harlingen South team versus Edinburg Vela, who's a 10-0. And then Harlingen versus Weslaco, Harlingen 5-4, and Weslaco 9-1. So that's what we got in front of us. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the Vela SaberCats got here to tonight's game by looking at their district standings. They took first place with a 10-0 record, 6-0 in district. They took Weslaco took second with a 9-1 record, 5-1 district. Weslaco East took 4-2 district. Edinburg locked up the 4th spot for playoffs with a 3-3 record. Edinburg North having a 2-4 record. Edinburg Economides having a 1-5 record. Donna North having a 0-6 record. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Harlingen South District and see how the Hawks got into tonight's playoff game. And they, in that district, it was Hannah with the 5-0 district record, San Benito with the 4-1, Harlingen with a 3-2, Harlingen South taking the 4th place with a 2-3 record, Los Fresnos having a 1-4 record, and Rivera having a 0-5 record. So it was a 4th place tie-up here. So it's 4th against 1st seed. Let's take a look at games coming up here tomorrow on Real Sports Live. We have McAllen Memorial at Laredo Alexander. That's a 4 p.m. kickoff. Then we have PSG North at Laredo United. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff. Laredo United South. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at one more thing before we get started with the action of tonight with 3 seconds left on the clock. 65 degrees outside. A nice, beautiful evening for some high school bi-district round playoff action. That's all being brought to you here live on RealSportsLive.com, your home for all sports. Fans, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game. And we remind you to, if you have a business or a product you'd want to show, go ahead, come out here, advertise with us. We're number 1 place for advertising. Our prices aren't over the roof, and we respect our advertisers. So fans, playoff action coming your way on RealSportsLive.com. There you can see the Harlingen South Hawks about to come out of their tunnel. They are a 4th place seed coming into tonight's game. Then they have the Edinburg Vela SaberCats, who are a 1st seed. And the Hawks respectively wait for the Vela SaberCats to come out of the huddle, and the Hawks and the SaberCats will both come onto the side. So with that, we'll take a quick commercial break, come back to the kickoff of bi-district football action on RealSportsLive.com.
Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires. With financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage and
fans, we're ready to go here. Start tonight's playoff bi-district action on RealSportsLive.com. Now, fans, we also want to remind you that the UIL State Championship will take place. Don't miss the UIL State Championship on December 19th through 22nd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through SeatGeek. For information, visit uiltexas.org. be Harlingen South Hawks with the ball to start tonight's action off. 11:45 left on the board as we start tonight's game. Hawks line up. They'll hand this one up, trying to take it up the middle. It's good for enough yardage for a first down and about an extra 5 yards. So the Hawks are able to take this one up the field for enough for a first down and an extra 5 yards. And the Hawks await the snap. Quarterback gets a snap. Does a high pass over Did a high pass? That was no good. So pass was intended there, and he was unable to get something going. Hawks with the ball. They'll do a quick handoff, and ball is down at the 40. He'll make it down to about the 44-yard line before being taken out of bounds by the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. So SaberCats able to get the Hawks receiver out of bounds with a short gain. Hawks with the ball. Quarterback he tried to do a keep, that would be no good, so he handed that one over in a quick toss, and that would be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, losing yardage for a 4th and 12 to be brought up here against the Harlingen South Cardinals. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first possession of the night for the Hawks. And so the Hawks ending up here with a 4th and 12. I'll be forced to punt this one away. And it's through the air. Ball takes a bounce from the 32-yard line down to the 20. SaberCats trying to return this one. It's down at the 20, down at the 25. He almost gets this one taken away by the Harlingen South Hawks in a nice tackle there. And that will start off tonight's football game with the Harlingen South Hawks having possession. And 9:06 left on the clock. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Vinyl records and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen. It's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com. The SaberCats intending for a long pass on that one, and the South Hawks saying that's not going to happen. Both teams looking to make it into the second round of playoffs here. Last year was a good year for both teams. And it looks like there will be a delay of game against the SaberCats, and that will be a 5-yard penalty against the SaberCats. still be second down. 2nd and 15 now coming up for the SaberCats. And the South Hawks able to hold the SaberCats to no gain of yardage on that play. It'll be actually a loss of a yard, bringing up a 3rd and 16. So it brings up a 3rd and 16 here. On the Hawks' first possession, they had to punt that ball away as they came up with a 4th and 12. And SaberCats go long, and it's caught by the SaberCats. It looked like it was going to be intercepted there, but that was not the case. The intended receiver for the Cats was able to come down with that one. And what can only be explained as a amazing catch for the SaberCats in their first possession here. And the SaberCats will do a quick pass, and that would go nowhere as number 20 for the Harlingen South Hawks will wrap him up. Seven and a half minutes left on the clock here in the first quarter at Richard R. Flores Stadium. And the SaberCats will try for something here. There's flags on the play as this was a 2nd down. The scoreboard has it down as a 3rd and 9. And so we'll go ahead and replay the down here with a 2nd and 17 going on here. Ball on the 40. And SaberCats go to the air on a quick pass. He's met by a couple of South defenders, and the defenders are able to keep him from gaining any yardage on this play. Now, fans, this is exactly what you expect when you talk first-round playoffs. You expect 2 great offenses and 2 great defenses out there that really have a lot going on either side of the ball that they're playing at any given time. And SaberCats have the ball. They go to the air. There's flags before the ball is thrown. So we'll see what that penalty will be against. And so they will repeat that down again with a 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. 6 minutes left on the clock here in the first quarter. And it'll be Vela going long. They get this one down to the 15, down to the 10. He's taken out of bounds at the 5. With 5:45 left to play here in the first quarter. And let's see, will this be the first touchdown of tonight's matchup between the Harlingen South Hawks and the Edinburg Vela SaberCats? It'll be Vela going to the left side and quarterback in for a touchdown. So quarterback gets in for the first points of the night for Vela. And so that will start the scoring here tonight. With 5:15 left, the kick is up, the kick is good. It is now 7-0 in favor of the SaberCats. We will be right back here on RealSportsLive.com.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
7-0. So the score is now 7-0 in favor of Edinburg Vela. And the SaberCats kick this ball off. It's down to the 20, down to the 25, 10. Flag on the play, and ball goes out of bounds. To Olga Sanchez, I do want to apologize. I didn't mean to say ladies. It was just a error mess up. We do not have the Calhoun game live, Mark. Five minutes left to play here. Four and a half minutes left to play here in the first quarter, with the South Hawks having their second possession of the game. Their first possession ended in a 4-12. Four minutes left to play here, and it looks like it will be the South Hawks are able to get out of danger there, but only to end up in more danger. So 3:40 left to play here. And fans, if you go to our YouTube, you should be able to see we only have these 3 games I say only, but this action here on Real Sports Live is really something. And Southhawks with the ball. They'll try and bring this one forward. They won't gain much, maybe a yard. Not a whole lot going there for the Harlingen Southhawks. Brings up a 2nd and 9 here. Hawks have had a hard time being able to get their offense going here tonight. And the Hawks quarterback getting the signal from his coach, and the signal will end up being a timeout for the Hawks. So Hawks call a first timeout of tonight's game.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in San Vito.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Bi-District round of playoffs here on RealSportsLive.com. There is now 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the board. And Harlingen South will be taking back 5 yards, making it a third and 13. So 3rd and 13 coming up here for the Hawks. Quarterback gets a snap, gets over a defender, and gets it to the receiver, but that will be taken down without a gain. So the defender has that ball fly over his head, and the receiver was just blocked up by the SaberCats, unable to go anywhere. The SaberCats have 2 men go back. Ball is bounced on the 30, and it will be picked up at the 30-yard line. Be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching RealSportsLive.com.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Fans, we're back here live on Real Sports Live with Bi-District playoff football action here in the RGB. SaberCats go to the air on a mid-pass, and they get that one good for about 4-yard gain on there, making it a 2nd and 6. So 2nd and 6 coming up here. Scoreboard will call it a 2nd and 4. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. And SaberCats get the ball. They will try and run this one up the left-hand side, and they'll have nothing going there, as they'll be taken down by a swarm of South Hawks with a no gain, no loss on that play. SaberCats get the ball, and a mid-pass here, it may be enough for a first down. And they'll go ahead and call this one short of a first down. 4th and 2nd. So 4th and 2 coming up here. Six seconds left. So it appears that this quarter will come to an end the way this quarter started, with the SaberCats losing the ball on that one down to the 10. He's still able to get the kick off and caught by a South Hawk at the 36-yard line. Wow, 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 wow. 12 minutes is put on the clock for the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And what a great way for that kicker to keep the ball safe away from everybody else after losing the control of the snap. So as they cross the field, it will be the beginning of the second quarter here shortly. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
Located here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-718-HURT.
And we're back here on Real Sports Live after what was a controversial play. It was the Hawks trying to get into the end zone. SaberCats blocking them. And we have a man down on the field. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com after the injury of the South Hawks. We hope that the player is going to be okay. And fans, it's second quarter with only 5 seconds run off the clock here. Score is 7-0. SaberCats got that touchdown with a nice long pass that ended up falling just short of the end zone, and then To finish that one off, well, they went ahead and they went a quarterback keep to the left side. And the referee is trying to figure out what to do here. They're assessing penalties after the injury. And it appears the Hawks will get the ball on the 22-yard line, and they'll start with the 1st and 10. Hawks bringing this one up. He's able to gain about 2 yards, it looked like. 5, 10, touchdown Cardinal. Hawks. I'm so sorry. Hawks. So 6 points on the board for the Hawks as they're able to make this a 6-7 game. And the Hawks will go here for the point after attempt to tie up this game. And kick is up, it's good. So that'll be another point on the board for the Hawks, making it a tied game at 7 apiece. We'll be right back.
West Football Vega. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out teams get. Show your school live online. Download the best. All Friday high school football is till you scoreboard. From Gridiron Game.
Be a high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Kiwis Custer. And within 15 seconds, they were able to make the most of it as they tied this one up 7-7. So Hawks tying this one up 7-7 in the second quarter with only 15 seconds gone from the score clock. Hawks kick the ball, it's down to the 20, and will be picked up at the 12. It will be the SaberCats coming down to the 30-yard, to the 40-yard. So they make this one down to the 40-yard with 11:37 left to play here. And Christopher John Cantu, we do apologize. We did not get the funds for the Harlingen versus Weslaco game. Fans, advertisers, if you know anyone who wants to advertise, tell them to contact us. We will be trying to do more football games throughout the playoffs of the 2018 season. Excuse me. And that ball is down to the opposite side of the field when it's taken down to the 40. So it crosses the 50 down to the 40. SaberCats get the snap. They'll do a quick handoff. This one up the middle, and he'll gain about 7 yards. It may be a fumble, and it will be a fumble. It will be a fumble, and it will be for the Harlingen South Hawks. And the Hawks fans are excited about that. Which, if you're the Hawks, I mean, you get through the whole first quarter, you are unable to score, and yet in 15 seconds, you make up for those 7 points. So let's see what the Hawks are able to do with their 4th possession of the night. See if they're able to get another touchdown here in a 15-second span as they did. They'll run this one up the middle, and it's down to the 45. It's down to the 47. He's down to about the 49. He doesn't cross midfield. He'll be just shy of the midfield mark. And so they'll go ahead and spot him down at the 50. So midfield mark after that up the middle run. They'll try it again, and SaberCats will say, not that play. And it will be a fumble going the other way now. So Hawks get the ball after a fumble. They run a play. They fumble the ball. It's back to the SaberCats. It's 7-7 here. 10.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. So 10.5 minutes left to play here. Both of these teams really just giving their all out there. And SaberCats with the snap. The quarterback will keep this one. He's looking for a option. He doesn't find any option, so he'll go ahead and throw away the ball at the 40-yard line. Passes that one down to the 40 where there was no receiver in the vicinity. And it'll be SaberCats with the ball down at the 50. They look for a open man. They'll go ahead and do a running play down the right-hand side, down to about the 34-yard line. So the ball's going to be at the 34-yard line, bringing up a 1st and 10 for the SaberCats. SaberCats getting the direction from their sideline. They wait for the direction. The quarterback passes it down. And they'll do a handoff fake and do a long pass down to the 5-yard line, where the SaberCats will easily come up with that ball. He had a defender around him, but the defender was just unable to keep the SaberCats from being able to gain that nice 30 yards that they were able to gain on that play. And the SaberCats will go up the right-hand side, and they'll get another touchdown. Bringing up a 13-7 game here. Point after attempt to be attempted shortly. And so they'll attempt the point after here. It's up. It's good. 14-7 is our score with 9:05 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back here on RioSportsLive.com.
For you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Find and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports. Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, more. And the
event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website. Saturday, February 2nd, along the boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com. SaberCats kicking the ball off after getting another 7 points onto the board with a right hand run off. And the Southhawks will pick up the ball from the 25-yard line. They'll do a quick handoff down to the 20. He runs up to the 25 line of scrimmage, and he'll be taken down. So the Southhawks are taken down at about the line of scrimmage. I'll call that a 2nd and 10. No loss on that play. Eight and a half minutes to go here. Hawks go to the air, and he will overthrow his intended receiver. And the intended receiver was covered by 3 SaberCats. So had he caught that ball, he would have had to contend with that. But the quarterback will just overshoot his intended man. And the Hawks will now do what you would consider a fake play. It looked like he handed that one up to a man going down the middle, and the quarterback kept that one himself going down to the left side. And the SaberCats will wrap up the Southhawks with a 4th and 2nd, and it looks like this may be a first down for the SaberCats, as the Hawks will be unable to convert, and the Hawks are unable to convert on this one, making it a 14-7 game, 7:51 to play, and the Hawks giving up the ball to the SaberCats.
Get your tickets now for the UIL State Champions. Be a part of Kickoff.com. Download the free Fox Sports West Football Friday app. Get lost. Team schedule. Live online. Download the best high school.
And we're back here on Real Sports Live. We're ready to go with the SaberCats having the ball. SaberCats go to the air. He's down to the 5, and he will get a touchdown for the SaberCats. So SaberCats able to get another 7 points onto the board, making it a 20-7 score with a point after attempt coming here shortly. And SaberCats with the ball. They go for the point after attempt here. Looks like they'll just go for the kick. Kick is up. It's good. Makes it 21-7, 2-possession game with the Harlingen Southhawks down.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
And we're back here on RootSportsLive.com. Want to apologize to Rick Trevino. He says the broadcast isn't loud enough. Oh, Rick, we have the mic at the proper levels. And that kick return where the SaberCats punted to the Harlingen South Hawks after the SaberCats were able to get a touchdown on that long pass that ended up going into the end zone. So the South Hawks will start from the 20. I'll start from their own 20 and try and move it across the field. And South Hawks get something going up on the middle pass. So middle pass there with a lot going on for the South Hawks. So South Hawks are able to get something going there. And fans, we are trying to figure out what went wrong with our audio here. Let's see if we were able to fix it with that change of events. So 5:52 left to play here. It will be the Harlingen South Hawks with the ball down on the 34-yard line. So they've gained 14 yards in this possession. And the SaberCats will go ahead and take them back.
Forever Memories Antique Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic down Harlingen, it's Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like Monday through Saturday filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're family.
And so, fans, we do apologize. We hope that the new microphone was able to fix the issue. And so, fans, we do apologize. We hope that
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in San Vito.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com. We do apologize for audio issues that we may have been having. We seem to have fixed those without an issue.
So, again, we do apologize for any technical difficulties that may have arisen. Southhawks kicking this one away, and ball goes down to midfield. It'll take about down to 40, 45, and it goes down to about the 34-yard line before being taken out of bounds. So SaberCats with the ball. They take this one to the air, and they won't be able to get anything going on that. So it looked like that ball would be caught, but they had a difficulty. 21-7 is our score here. So 3:40 left to play here, and the SaberCats now having a 4th down. So 4th down coming up here. We'll see what they're able to get going there. And it will be SaberCats with a 4th down and 2. And it's down to the 30-yard line, but that will be no good as the Harlingen South Hawks are there. And there does seem to be a few flags on that play. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to play here. So 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to play here. And so it will be the Hawks with the ball. They take this one down and they try for the 40-yard line. That'll be no good in favor of the Hawks. So Hawks are unable to get anything going there. It will be a timeout for the SaberCats. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
And we're back to NowRailSportsLive.com
with more action. We have the best of the best here in week 1. Of course, anytime you're able to make it to playoffs, you can easily be considered the best. And that's right, we're talking about the Harlingen South Hawks versus the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. And it will be the SaberCats with the ball.
So a minute 39 left to play here. We'll see how they're able to do here in the first round of playoffs here in the RGV, the Bi-District round. We'll see how they're able to get away with the game, as it is 21-7 currently. And SaberCats are able to get that ball off, so SaberCats able to get that ball off, and they get some good yardage. So SaberCats gaining some good yardage. And that one's to the air, and it will be caught at the 35-yard line. So caught at the 35-yard line with the minute 06 clock running. SaberCats with the ball. SaberCats go to the air again, and they'll get this one down past midfield, it looks like. And that will be called a dead ball, so they'll say that that one did not make it before hitting the ground. And the Harlingen South Hawks were happy about that call. As a Hawk person, you have to be excited about the fact that you have that difficulty. And so here they go. It's to the air. And that one will be no good again. So ball is no good again. And it will be for the SaberCats, having a 3rd and 10 here with 42 seconds left to play. 42 seconds left to play. SaberCats having the ball. SaberCats go to a running game here, and they're able to get this one across the line of scrimmage and gain extra yardage. So they get this one down to the line of scrimmage along with extra yardage. So it looks like they may have been able to gotten past that little hump there that was keeping them from being able to cross the line. And SaberCats are happy about that call, it looks like. Trying to see across the field, having some difficulty with looking across and seeing what's on the other side currently. SaberCats are happy about that call, it looks like. So 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 21-7 is our score here at Richard R. Flores Stadium. So 33 seconds. The Harlingen South coach coming onto the field to talk with the other referees and figure out what exactly that penalty was for or against. And the bands get ready to go out and perform their halftime routines, as when a football team makes it to halftime, playoffs, they not only do it for themselves, they're able to help their fellow students who are in the band program. And it will be the Vela SaberCats with the ball, and they'll try and get something going here as they do get a first down after all that commotion there. 23 seconds left here. 21-7 is our score. We do want to thank our 50 viewers. And it will be SaberCats who get this one down to the 10-yard line. So SaberCats able to get this one down to the 10-yard line with 16 seconds left. And timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Located here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-718-HURT.
And we're back here on RailSportsLive.com. Eight seconds left here. Will the SaberCats be able to score another touchdown and make this a 3-possession game? Timeout called, but we'll go ahead and keep it here. Fans, we're thankful for all the advertisers that came on board with us to help us do this Bi-District playoff round, as there were fees for the rights to tonight's game. And we do hope that you're enjoying tonight's live action here on RailSportsLive.com. The SaberCats break out of the huddle first, and Harlingen South Hawks break out shortly after. South Hawks will line up almost inside the end zone, as they do have a difficult job here of guarding, protecting, and getting past the fact that the SaberCats have been able to get into the end zone a few times. And it will be another what looked to be a touchdown, but that will be incomplete, bringing up a 3rd and 4th with 4 seconds left here. So it looks like they'll go ahead and bring on their field goal crew to the field and go for 3 here. So it looks like the SaberCats will go ahead and go for 3. And it's up. It's good. That'll make it a 24-7 game here as we enter halftime. We'll take a quick commercial break, then we'll bring you the bands. It looks like we'll be starting with the Harlingen South Hawk Band, going on to the Edinburg Vela SaberCat Band.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados, or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
free. Best foot. Get live high school across the stage. Check out teams. In Texas, search Football Friday. High school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. The big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Fox.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today. Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes, February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
The best. Champion. For the UIL champion. Texas. Free. West Football Friday. Get live high school. High school football app and
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Football and Friday night lights band. The Hawk Band takes the field tonight with two special postseason presentations. First, Pregame under the direction of Laura Benavides and Aubrey Villanueva will present routine especially designed for tonight's halftime. Ladies, the field is yours.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
And now, for the first time ever, Hot Man will be accompanied by local singer and performer Miss Hilda Lewis. She will sing a tribute tonight to all the fighters out there, to all those who've been knocked down but refuse to stay down, to all the football players who don't quit until the last whistle, to all of the graduates that sacrifice to make their families and school districts proud. Please welcome the Mighty Hot Band featuring Hilda Lewis singing Carrie Underwood's Survivor.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in Sandville.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of uncertainty.
To making history. This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
And I'd like to congratulate all the teams making the playoffs for high school football here in South Texas, especially UISD and LISD schools. We're here to help you. If you get injured in an accident, telephone number 956-718-HURT. Located here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-8-HURT.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer experience you've ever had.
1933,
we're family.
Download the free Sports Southwest football. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out schedules and show your school live online. The best high football app in Texas. Search Foot Friday. Friday high school football isn't over until you watch.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business that is helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today. Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside Stadium, all to be crowned champion. Get your ticket. State championship. Part of this Texas. Gone to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Southwest Football Friday. Across the state. Check out and show your school spirit live online. Download the football app and
Drum majors for the SaberCats band are Young An and Vanessa Smith. Tonight, the band will be performing the Lady Gaga smash hit, Bad Romance, followed by the energetic fan favorite, Land of a Thousand Dances. Take it away, man.
is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in San Benito.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
And fans, we're back here at Richard R. Flores Stadium. The mighty Hawks from Harlingen South taking on the mighty SaberCats from Edinburg Vela. Two great teams meeting up here in the Bi-District round. Let's talk a little bit about the coach from the Edinburg Vela side. He has not lost a single game to a Valley team in his 2 years of being here in the RGV. He has now won 2 district titles straight out. So that right there, as the Harlingen Hawks, you have a lot to overcome, along with what's on the scoreboard. 24-7. It's now a 3-possession game. You have to get the ball back, score, and then, well, get the ball back and score. Doesn't mean it's impossible, because it's a new half. You go into the locker room, you talk, you figure out what worked, what didn't work, and you fix it. And so let's see if the Harlingen South Hawks were able to go into that locker room, figure out what wasn't working for them, and see who moves on to the next round of playoffs, which we already have that information too, ladies and gentlemen. It will be the winner of the game we'll have here live on Real Sports Live tomorrow, which is McAllen Memorial taking on Laredo United South at 5 p.m. That game will play the winner of this one. So whoever wins here will play either Friday and I'll finish that thought after this, SaberCats running this one down after the punt return to kick off the second half, and they get this one down to the 45. So a nice way to start this one off. You know, you get the ball at the 20, you run this one all the way down to the 45, you gain yourself 25 yards on that play. So exactly what you're looking for if you're the SaberCats. Now, if you're the Harlingen South Hawks, that's not exactly how you wanted to start off your half, but it doesn't mean that you have lost all momentum, as we saw the Hawks take over the momentum in the first half. They were just unable to capitalize on that. So the Harlingen South Hawks and the Edinburg Vela SaberCats wait for the instructions from their coaches, and now they await the snap. Quarterback with the snap. Quarterback goes to the air. He gets a semi-long pass, and he'll get enough for a first down and about 4 yards more. So enough for a first down and 4 yards more. That's a good yardage gain for him on that play. Ball is now down on the 42-yard line. So from the 42-yard line, SaberCats look to move this one into the end zone. Quarterback gets the ball. He takes a few steps back. He goes to the air on what would be a long pass that was incomplete. The only thing that would have been possible on that is the Hawks defender to be able to get the interception. He went up for it, just fell short. And so here come the SaberCats with the looking for instruction from their coach. Looking to see what will be the next play called here, and quarterback will hand this one off. This one's run up the middle, down to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the end zone. Touchdown for the SaberCats. And so there we go. Another touchdown makes it a 4-possession game here. Difficult time for the SaberCats. We'll attempt the point after kick here. And SaberCats get the snap. It's up. And it's good. 31-7 is our new score here on RioSportsLive.com.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
And I'd like to congratulate all the teams making the playoffs for high school Texas, especially UISD schools. We're here to help you. If you get injured in an accident, telephone number 956-718-HURT here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-718-HURT.
We're back here on RealSportsLive.com with more football action. It will be the Harlingen South Hawks getting the ball after the Edinburg Vela SaberCats got a touchdown, making it a 4-possession game. Here we have one of our advertisers joining us, and we'll let him talk a little bit about his business and what he does.
Yeah, hi. Jim Young, Hawks fan primarily, first of all. From the office of Jim Young. We do criminal defense, we do civil defense, we do some family. Free consultations, but we're serving the Harlingen area as well as Southern Cameron County, Hidalgo County. But today, rooting for the Hawks, who have a little bit of work to do.
That's right. They have a 4-possession game that they have to somehow be able to come back from, and that doesn't really say the whole story. Before we came back from halftime, we actually talked about what makes the SaberCats as difficult a team to beat as any, which is their coach hasn't lost a single game to any Valley team in the 2 years he's been here in the RGV. And the Hawks trying to get something going here. They try on the ground again, and they've had more success tonight in the air than they have on the ground. They've had those few opportunities that they've been able to break the middle open and just run for good yardage, but other than that, they've been more successful tonight in the air than they have on the ground. And according to stats, that's, not their usual way of playing. And the Hawk quarterback goes to the air. He'll just miss his man. His man didn't even have enough time to turn around on that one as he was met by a SaberCat. So he was dealing with the defense there and trying to figure out where he fit in exactly on the play.
Yeah, the effort has been there. You talk about the running game. Obviously, Coach Ritchie has been dedicated to using the running game to try to open up the throwing lanes. That first touchdown in the first quarter was something we refer to as beast mode. That was all effort. But South quarterbacks, whoever they've been, haven't had a lot of time in the backfield. We don't have a lot of time to get people open. The effort's there, but there's a little bit of size and speed disparity. Not a huge disparity, but it's enough to limit what the Hawks are able to do. The defense so far is still the MVP for the Hawks.
And with that, we'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
And fans, we're back here after that quick commercial. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. With a 31-7 score, SaberCats having the ball down at the 38-yard line. Let's see how they're able to capitalize, if they're able to capitalize on the ability of getting the ball down this far. They were able to get it down here on, I believe, one single pass. And for the SaberCats, that's normal for them. And they're the one thing that I've noticed tonight with the SaberCats, and only one other team was able to hold them to this, was the short yardage, the gain of short yardage. Usually they're able to break open just about anything, but when it came to Harlingen South and Weslaco, Weslaco East, their last season game, both teams have been able to hold them to 1, 2, 5 yards at the max on a lot of these plays.
Yeah, the defense on that about 6 or 7 yard gain, it's not quite a first down. It's going to be third down, but the defense is holding stiff. They're getting a little tired. That was a play that would go for 2 or 3 yards in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 3 now. The short field's going to kill the Hawks. They've capitalized on that before. I can't emphasize enough that these guys are putting it all out there right now. They're a little overmatched. But if the defense can hold here, that's a long field goal try. If they can stop them and get down the field before the beginning of the fourth quarter, maybe you'll have something.
The quarterback taking this one, he looks for a man. He's unable to get anyone. He had pressure that time by the Hawks, and that's something that has been seen all game by the Hawks. They're making it difficult on the whole offensive team, which is something that, like I said, only Westco East was able to do to them.
Man, question the offensive play call for the SaberCats. They rolled the quarterback out, give him some time to throw the football on 3rd and 3. I think if they had run the ball, they probably would have gotten it. Now we're going for it on 4th down. They're going to try to put us away here in the 4th quarter, or in the 3rd already.
And SaberCats will go ahead and run this one.
Yeah.
He's able to get enough for a first down to the 20, down to the 10. He's wrapped up by 2 defenders for the Hawks before being taken down. So it took 2 defenders to take down the quarterback on that play. It shows you just how much these, from a quarterback, you don't expect him to get past more than 1 defensive man. When they're still standing after 1, it's a sight to see. And when you see someone who's still standing after 2, that's really something that you don't see very often.
Yeah, that's right. Still question the play call on 3rd, but hard to argue with the result for the SaberCats. It might be tough to keep them out of the end zone at this point, but again, it's early enough to take a stand, I believe.
And they take this one to the air, and it'll be just overthrown. So he was looking for that right pocket there. Yeah, nothing able to get.
You'll take that all day if you're the Hawks defense. A fade deep. They don't really have any Julio Jones types that you can just throw the ball up to. And quite frankly, our DBs match up pretty well size-wise with their receivers. So if they're going to throw the ball, I think that's Hawks' best chance at a stop here.
And Vela waits for the instructions from the coaching staff. Quarterback looking around, gives the orders, and they'll go ahead and take this one up. They were looking for an up the middle. They ended up going up the left side and gaining possibly a yard.
Yeah, I don't know if they even gained that. We had the right defense called. Pursuit to the ball was excellent. That was an effort play for the defense. If they've got a couple more of those in them, it'll be a long field. And maybe I'm an optimist, but I don't think we're out of it.
Well, we've seen games where teams are able to come back from more than this, and that one is with the quarterback. Quarterback goes to that same right pocket, and this time he's able to make it to his intended receiver, putting 6 more on the board.
That's a tough one because you held him on the run, you made him go to the air, you made him make a good play, and they just made a good play. They got a guy open, and with a good throw from the quarterback, really not a whole lot you can do about that.
So SaberCats will attempt this point after attempt. It's up, and it's good. 38-7 is our new score here on RealSportsLive.com with 6:09 left to play. So 6:09 left to play, and rather than take a commercial break, we have one of our the only thing better than a commercial. We have the actual man here himself. One of our new advertisers here on RealSportsLive.com.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I'll take any opportunity to say it. I'm Jim Young from the law office of Jim Young, and also a South Hawks fan. So real happy to be up here talking to you guys about it.
And tell us, what made you want to come on board with Real Sports Live? We know you have options.
Well, sure. Look, I love the South Hawks and I love sports, and I think sports is something that provides a sense of community. We don't always get to spend time with each other. We're always in our phones. We live sometimes a remote lifestyle. Sports is different. High school sports, local valley sports is special. It always has been, and so I like to spend time, and if I'm going to advertise, do it in a place where it's a place of community. I live here in Harlingen, raising my family here, and just like to be part of what's going on.
And that's always great to hear. Hawks receiving that ball down at the 15-yard line. He runs this one up down to the 20, down to the 25. Almost gets down to the 30. Will be taken down just short of the 30-yard line. Looks like he'll be taken down at about the 29-yard line. And Hawks are trying to come back from what's now a 31-point game against the Hawks in favor of the SaberCats.
Yeah, the job right now is on Coach Ritchie. His job now is to keep these boys' minds and hearts in the game. It's a 31-point game. There's not a lot of time left. The end of the season appears to be in sight. If a comeback is somewhere in the cards, it's going to start with this drive, and it starts with these kids keeping their heads up.
And the Hawks trying to bring this one up the middle. They've had some success here tonight with those middle open plays, but tonight on that play it just won't. SaberCats are able to read it, and they take care of business.
Yeah, the commitment to the run game continues, and we're going to have to make some plays through the air, though. We haven't done a lot of that this game, but it's time to go to the air a little bit.
And quarterback gets a snap. Quarterback looks for an open man, and he gets the open man. Question is, was that inbounds?
It looked like he was juggling the ball a little bit. It wasn't sure. It wasn't clear to me from our vantage point, the timing of hitting the sideline and maintaining control of that football. Good news is no instant replays, NFL style. That's a first down in midfield, and that's the kind of play we need.
And for the Hawks, that's what they're looking for now that they're down 31 points. You know, it's never too late. You're still in the third quarter. You still got half of the third quarter to play with another quarter afterwards. And, you know, right there is a nice open area for them to run into. And you know, the Hawks are still showing all the heart that they have there by getting past the Edinburg Vela defenders to get that first down.
Well, I think that was also a combination of success on the pass play before, and again the commitment to the run yielding fruit there. That was a simple run down the right side, and the hole was there. Here's another one, and a little more yardage on that, close to a first down. But you know, maybe the Hawks are onto something with this run game.
And the Hawks having an interesting time here. You know, the SaberCats have been able to hold them so far in tonight's game, and a lot of people would say that the SaberCats, you know, are maybe having a little bit of difficulty right here. Goes to the air, and the only option on that would have been a possible interception. Their defender was the only one that was available to receive that ball, as the receiving man was just too far behind the defender.
Well, the timing was a little bit off. He overthrew him just a little bit. Accuracy's been a little bit of an issue. I know this is the backup quarterback. He's come in and actually played really well. But sometimes when the timing's not there, it's not there. But that's a good run down the right-hand side. That's going to the 10, the 5. Nathaniel, he is out at the 2-yard line.
Out at the 2, and fans, there you go. We talked about it's never too late to make that comeback, and you know, that's a good start right there. If you're able to keep the momentum that you had there going, then you know, you may not be out of the 2018 playoff run here in the Rio Grande Valley.
The Hawks are not going to go down silently, that's for sure.
And they look for this one. They get it inside, and that will be down the middle for a 6-point gain here.
The stands are rumbling because the crowd is up. They're banging on the bleachers. There's energy in the crowd. There's energy in the team. That's the drive we needed if we're going to have a chance. It's because of that drive right there. And, again, commitment to the run, and that's credit to Coach Ritchie. When you get down, it's real easy to abandon the run. We didn't do it. That was a run play after a long run play, after a few run plays that didn't work, but the defense has to respect it, and the defense is going to respect it going forward, or we're going to have ourselves a ball game.
So there you got it, 3:42.
Extra point was no good.
with a extra point no good timeout here, and we'll be right back.
Download Fox Sports Southwest. Get live high school. And show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football day. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch high. Final score games across.
Be a part of the most watched
Friday on Fox West.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Last drive, like I said, it was the drive that they needed. The defense needs to make a play here. A turnover in the SaberCats end and a quick score, and now we're talking about a 3-score game with an entire quarter to go. I'm the optimist. I think it can happen. It's going to take some lucky breaks. Man, that long pass play in the first quarter that should have been an interception, that was excellent defense. That was just unlucky. We need something to go our way.
And so the Hawks will get ready to return the ball to the SaberCats after, for once in a while, the Hawks are able to make it 4-7. So the SaberCats coming onto the field. They'll have a 1st and 10 to start us off here.
Yeah, there's going to be a tension here on defense. You can't continue to allow the big plays. I expect Vela to run the football. Hawks playing no more than 6 yards off the ball all the way across the defense. So clearly looking to combat the run. Man, it's a risk though with the long plays we've given up.
And SaberCats will go ahead and run this one down the right side, and they'll take it for a 1st down. So the SaberCats moving this one down for enough to gain that 1st down, and they're wanting to respond to those 7 points that were put on the board and show the Hawks that they're not going to take anybody scoring here in their home. And SaberCats look for the coach's instructions, and it will be a handoff up the right side, and it won't be anything other than possibly a yard. Not a whole lot going for the SaberCats, as the Harlingen South Hawks are able to get a lot of defenders there, and they're able to block right where they're needed.
Yeah, Vela's not getting a lot in terms of the run game up the middle when they do go to the right side. If we've got the right personnel and play call, we can usually shut it down. They do have a little bit of speed on this defense. That's what I'm talking about.
And SaberCats running this one up, It'll be enough for a first down and about 4-yard gain after that. So, if you will, a first down and a half.
Yeah, just as I was saying that, they swung it out to the right side, got a couple of the linebackers flat-footed, and just cut it up around the numbers. Another first down and another play we can't afford to give up.
And so the SaberCats line up. Quarterback will wait for the snap. Quarterback gets the snap, and he'll run this one down to the right side again. They've had some success there, play after play, so why not try for another play where it's worked?
Yeah, SaberCats seem content to run the ball, to run the clock. I can't argue with the strategy. I think that the memory of some of these long pass plays we've given up over the course of the game that remains in the defenders, particularly the DB's memory, that's going to soften up the run defense a little bit. But, man, hanging tough so far, but that clock is ticking.
And SaberCats will wait for the snap. Quarterback gets a snap. He'll do a quick handoff down to that right side. He's able to break that open down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the end zone for a quarterback for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats. Another 6 on the board.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. It's going to be tough to come back from this one. But I tell you what, even in pursuing that play, and I know for the next 12 minutes, Hawks are going to show you what they're made of. If this is the last quarter of the season, I think we'll be proud of the work these boys put in. But, that one's a backbreaker.
Kick is up. It's good. Be 45-14. So as we have less than a minute left here in the third quarter, we'll see what this game has in store for us.
Plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
The best football teams in Texas inside media, all battling to be crowned. Your tickets now for the UIL State Champ. Be a part of.
And fans, we want to thank one of our new advertisers for joining us here on Rail Sports Live here in the third quarter. We'll let him promote his company here and after this kick return, and SaberCats kicking this one down to the 10. It got in the hands of a Hawk and it bumped right out, and so he wasted some time down there trying to get it back in his hands, and he's only able to get down to the 20. But everything is said and done. You're looking at majority of these plays only get back to about the 20, so he didn't really lose anything on there.
Yeah, that was a scary play. We flirted with disaster, ended up with a mediocre result. But yeah, thanks Nathaniel, Jim Young, law office of Jim Young. There's an event my office is associated with as well. I'll tell you about. There's a charity in Harlingen called Blue Sunday. As the Hawks get just maybe a yard on first down, and Blue Sunday is a charity run here in Harlingen by Janet McGee, and her team work with children who receive services through Child Protective Services, mostly in foster care or in institutional care. And they work with these agencies to provide various quality of life things for foster kids. Their Christmas program in particular, it's called Foster Teens Christmas, and that's a throw down the right-hand side to one of our big targets. That's for a first down gain of about 17. We're about at the 40-yard line. Blue Sunday, the Foster Teens Christmas program, they raise money to buy gift cards for teenagers in foster care. and we're coming to the end of the fourth quarter, or into the third quarter, 12 minutes to go in action. And the idea is that teenagers in foster care don't normally benefit from the traditional toy drives. Toy drives are wonderful, we're familiar, and we all like to contribute to them. But what do you get a teenager? Well, nobody, not even their parents know what to get a teenager. So gift cards tend to work pretty well and provide them an opportunity to go and get something for themselves, have something for Christmas. They also throw Christmas parties for foster kids. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but these Christmas parties are often the only time that these siblings separated in foster care get to see each other. When you consider that, it puts the work of Blue Sunday into a bit of perspective. An incomplete pass on first down from the 39-yard line of the Hawks.
I hate to interrupt you, but that's something you have to love about the SaberCats. When it comes to an accidental late hit, he taps him on his helmet. He says, "Hey, that wasn't on purpose. No hard feelings. Let's walk away."
Well, it's all about community. And one of the things we're doing in that vein is with Blue Sunday having a happy hour at Carlito's on November 28th to raise money for that Blue Sunday program. That kind of community that the Vela SaberCats are showing, that the Hawks are showing, the effort. And I mentioned the community before. It's a community effort and a community event. So I wanted to mention that that's in Harlingen at Carlito's on the 28th of November. All proceeds to Blue Sunday and the Foster Teens Christmas program.
11 and a half minutes left to play here. And then a winner will be decided in the 2018 Bi-District playoff round between the Edinburg Vela SaberCats and the Harlingen South Hawks, who currently have the ball. They go for a snap, and they'll take this one down the left side. They're able to get almost down to the first down. It looks like they will be waved down for the first. They'll call it a third down after that run by the Hawks.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought up noticing what that SaberCat player did, the sportsmanship. There was a little bit of tension and emotions there toward the end of the first half. Some personal fouls and things. That's to be expected. It's the playoffs. It's an emotional time. But kids have done well, led by the coaches. It's been a really clean, well played game.
And the Hawks go to the air on a long pass.
That's going to be pass interference. That has to be.
The referee will just call it a incomplete pass. So SaberCats are able to get away from any potential flags on that play.
Man, definitely some contact. They're going to apparently call it incidental. It was close. It looked like interference in real time. But tough break. That would have been a big play.
And so the Hawks will go for it here on 2nd and 10. They go to the air again, and this time it looked to be intercepted. Was that caught in bounds, though? That was the main question there. And that will be called incomplete. And the SaberCat who caught it is just stunned. He's just standing down at the 12, stunned.
Yeah, we're clearly going for it now. We're throwing the ball down the field. It's even though there's 10:22 to go in the game, probably the only thing we can do. And lucked out. That was an interception. Had he taken a step a few inches to the left, but it's going to be 3rd and 10 from midfield.
And so the Hawks will wait for the snap here. There looks to be a timeout by the SaberCats. Yeah, timeout, SaberCats. Be right back after this.
The free Fox live high schools from across the state. Team schedules and show your schools live online. Download the best football app in Texas. Search
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're family.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Fans, we're back here on Rio Sports Live. And after unsportsmanlike penalties, again, number 26 for the Edinburg Vela SaberCats and number 16 for Harlingen South, it will be a offset of penalties and replay fourth down.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, how well they were doing. A little emotion comes out. The right thing happened. They're going for it on fourth down. Quarterback up the middle. He's going to get about a yard. That's about it. It's a turnover on downs at the 50-yard line. But, the emotions are going to get there. There's frustration on the south side, I know. No punches thrown. Nobody's hurt. Like Nathaniel said, offsetting penalties. But it's going to be Vela ball now. About 10 minutes to go in the game.
So takeover of downs for Edinburg Vela. It's a good position for any team to start on. You know, half field. You only got 50 yards to get into that end zone.
Yeah, field position, starting field position in particular has been something that's really advantaged the SaberCats, and my goodness, that might go to the house, and that's going to be just shy of a touchdown. That was a big one.
And SaberCats, they just scored a touchdown, and they're looking to put another touchdown on the board. 45-14, you know, and they allowed the Harlingen South Hawks to score a touchdown, but now it looks like they'll be answering back with 14 points of their own.
Yeah, the rest of the game is an opportunity to show character. I think they will. But Vela's knocking on the door once again in one play, and that is a touchdown.
And so there you hear it. Another 6 points here on Rio Sports Live.
So here's the story, Nathaniel. We came into this game, I believe, with a losing record, isn't that right? the South Hawks.
That's right. They barely made playoffs. They took the 4th slot.
You know, I know they had some tough games this season. To have made the playoffs is an enormous accomplishment. It may not have felt like a big South Hawk playoff year, but we are here. And I'll tell you something. After about the first quarter, you could already pinpoint 2 or 3 plays that had they gone another way and not for one of effort or execution on the part of the South Hawks, and we're tied or in the lead. Sometimes, you know, you hear of death by 1,000 paper cuts, and that's really what this has felt like. This game was a lot closer for 3 quarters than the score now reflects. 52-14 is not a pretty score to look at. But their first offensive drive in the game came right down and scored, breaking lots of tackles, really hanging with Edinburg physically, with Vela physically. Really strong play on defense. This was a very close game, and the accumulation of a little bit of bad luck and a little bit of bad execution, and a little bit of being outsized and outspeeded, which is a word I just made up. I recognize. It just kind of snowballed a little bit for the South Hawks. I would not say that the story of this game is reflected by the score.
And so the SaberCats kicking this one off after making it a 52-14 game, and the Hawks down to the 20. And he gets past a couple defenders, breaks down to the 30 with 9:18 left to play, 52-14. You know, the good thing about the SaberCats is if the you know, they're not a team that's going to go out there and score more touchdowns. This is it. Unless the Hawks answer back, they're going to be nice. And they're going to leave it at a 52-14 game. They're a respectful team, and that's something that I've liked about them all year.
You know, this program is about character more than it is about winning. Of course, it's easy to say that when you're down 52-14. But you know, Coach Ritchie is dedicated to South Hawk culture, and South Hawk culture means doing things the right way for the right reasons. You don't make excuses for winning. You also don't make winning the main objective in a way that sacrifices character and ethics and doing things the right way. And that's the way we do it. And that's why when we do make the playoffs, it's more special. It's why when we do have playoff caliber teams and make some noise in the playoffs, it's more special. And I know a lot of South Hawks. I live among them. And I know that those are the things that we value. But these guys, for the next 9 minutes and 18 seconds, they're going to show you why they're a playoff team, irrespective of the score of this game, irrespective of their record on the season, and they're going to play till the end of the game.
And so both teams coming onto the field after the called timeout, and we will resume play here. So resume play here with 9:18. Hawks handing this one off. It's up the left side. He's able to get past a couple defenders. He gets this one down to midfield where he's wrapped up by a crowd of defenders. It's kind of hard to throw a number on to who brought him down from here. There's, you know, it was just a whole crowd of both Hawks and SaberCats.
Nathaniel, I got one leg off the ground on that one because I thought I was going to have to jump up with the other leg. That was a great play and some of the best blocking we've seen the entire game. I thought that had a chance to go to the house. That one's not.
And the Hawks trying for a running play on that one. They're unable to get anything going as the SaberCats read their play and, you know, walked forward essentially with their opposing team. That's basically what it comes down to.
Well, it was essentially the same play. It worked so well the first time. Why not try it again? A loss of 2 yards on that one, so 2nd and 12, but they're looking for chunks. We're not worried about what down it is at this point.
And that one to the air, and it was incomplete. The defender it wasn't really even a defender issue on that one. It was just a short pass by the quarterback who wasn't able to make it down to his intended receiver.
No, that was, it looked like a little bit of possible miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. Also, a little bit of an accuracy issue. Threw it over his head a little bit, but 3rd and 12 now, and there's movement on the line. Defender comes across. There's a flag, and Nate, did you see movement on the Southhawk side?
No, I didn't. And so they'll replay 3rd down. And 8:10 left to play here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, the defensive lineman jumped, at least acted like he may have been drawn off sides. I didn't see the movement, but a 3rd and 7 is better than 3rd and 12.
And the Hawks will wait for the snap. Quarterback looks to the side for direction. He'll get the play. He'll tell his team what the play is. And delay of snap. Delay of snap against the Harlingen South Hawks. They're unable to get that one to where it was, and we were talking about it just being a 3rd and 7 now, going from 3rd and 12 to 3rd and 7. Well, now it's back to 3rd and 12.
Well, it's just 5-yard swings, but that feels like the exchange of fumbles earlier in the game, doesn't it? It feels like you get a break and it goes right back. So here we are back at 3rd and 12.
And that one will be just shy of the intended man.
Yeah, that was a good throw. It was on target. I don't know that he would have gotten the 1st down. He was covered up by a DB and a safety, but the receiver just short-armed that. I think he was thinking about turning and running before he had the ball caught, which is something I would always do in baseball. It's applicable, though. You got to catch the ball first.
And they go to the air, and that one will be overthrown. Fans, let's talk about the UIL State Championship. We have don't miss the UIL Football State Championship on December 19th through 22nd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through SeatGeek. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. And on that, we will wait for the SaberCats to come back from the sideline as they went over and talked with their coaches fairly quickly about, I guess, what the next play was for them. And so the Hawks line up. Quarterback looks. He's looking for what the play will be, and they'll go ahead and run this one up the middle. Ball won't even touch the quarterback's hand on that one. It will be a halfback run, if you will, down what would be the middle, and they had nothing going there. 2nd down, they're close to a 1st down, and if you're the SaberCats, you're not wanting to give up that 2nd down here, but if you're the Hawks, you really need to gain that 2nd down so that you can at least have an opportunity to score maybe 2 more touchdowns in tonight's game. And that one will go past it and intercept a fumble, and that will still be in favor of the South Hawks even after that fumble. So 6:55 left to play here with a 1st down, and the Hawks just having a almost fumble. They're called against them. So they're talking it over with their coach, and he has to be talking about how before you go anywhere, make sure you have that ball wrapped up, because if not, the SaberCats will not. They're not going to just give you the game.
No, they're not. What they're going to do is they're going to dominate, and that's what they've done.
And this one coming up, it will be up the left side, and it looks like there was a late hit, but that won't be called. So SaberCats getting a little bit excited with the possibility of a win here. that would keep their coach undefeated against any Valley team here for his 2 years. He came from San Antonio, and they didn't give me his record for up there, but he put together a strong program down here. He teaches these boys respect, honesty, and integrity. And that ball going down to the 45-yard line, down to about the 42 before being taken out of bounds for a third down.
Well, and Vela's still putting out the effort as well. I mentioned the South Hawk effort. Vela's up 52-14 right now. They're still playing hard. I don't know who Vela's gonna have to play next week, but whoever that is, they better watch video of this game, and they better prepare and they better get rested.
Well, fans, we'll talk about who they're going to play and where they're going to play after this play. And the South Hawks will take this one down to about the line of scrimmage before being taken down. So the winner of this game, which with 5.5 minutes to play, 52-14 score, would be fair to say possibly Edinburg Vela, will be taking on the winner of tomorrow's Laredo United South versus McCallum Memorial. Now, if McCallum Memorial wins, it would be at 4 or 5 p.m. at McCallum Memorial Stadium. Now, if Laredo United South wins, then it would be at 4 p.m. at 4 p.m. at Roma High School. So, either way, they'll play. The SaberCats or the South Hawks will play the Mustangs or the Cats, and that will be a Friday matchup, Week 2 playoff game.
Well, the domination is mostly complete. This game's ticking down. I think at this point, both teams probably just trying to get off the field healthy. And there's a big play ripped off.
And South Hawks still trying to show that they have a good team here as they move forward in the season. So South Hawks trying to show, our season ends here tonight possibly, but we're still gonna put some more points on the board if we're allowed. And so the Hawks will go ahead and go for a fake. They were trying to get the SaberCats to follow the quarterback. That wouldn't happen. It went backwards, and they found the exact player who was actually carrying. So here, 2nd and 11. Without seeing the South Hawks before, I can't tell you if they have a kicker who can actually get this type of yardage done. But that may be what the South Hawks have to settle for here.
Well, South does have a strong kicker. That's definitely one of the bright spots of the season so far. Not nearly as complete as a Vela team. We had strong defense. We've got strong DBs, a strong play in special teams, and a little overmatched today.
And so Hawks with the ball, and they will take this one down the right side, and they'll gain some yardage. That's a good play there for them. They saw Edinburg Vela running that against them all night, and they figured, let's see if we're able to get something going up that right side.
SaberCats are not just going to give it to them. They're playing with a lot of effort.
And so the Hawks now having the ball at about the 4-yard line, and they will try and take this one somewhere. It won't go anywhere, and that will be against the Hawks, that they just weren't able to get anything going here with less than 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter at the end of a bi-district playoff round matchup. There was a player down on the field. He was able to get up of his own free will, and we wish him the best. He does. We hope to see him next week against the either McAllen Memorial Mustangs or the Laredo United South Panthers, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's a SaberCat player. That's one of their bigger boys over there. He's off on his own power, so that's excellent. Looks like he'll be all right.
And so they'll run a new player for the SaberCats to fill the position as at the front line, and the Hawks will change out a player, and the Hawks are getting into position. About a minute and a half left to play, and the Hawks look to get in the end zone. The SaberCats are able to stop them at about the 2-yard line. So SaberCats still stopping them. Since it was a run play, the clock will still run. So a minute 05 left to play. And, the SaberCats and the Hawks putting on a great show here tonight. This was supposed to be the most watched game in the Valley. And the Hawks look for something, and it looks like SaberCats may be able to hold them off again. We'll see if they got in the end zone.
I didn't see a signal.
And they'll be just short again. It'll bring up a 4th and 0. So 4th and 0, less than half a minute to play here at Richard R. Flores Stadium. And the Hawks are really fighting for this last touchdown. And 16 seconds. Clock is stopped. And not too sure what happened there.
That was a goal line stand, is what that was. That was an old-fashioned goal line stand by the SaberCats. It's a blowout. The clock is running out. The game is essentially over, but they refuse to give ground to the South Hawks. They stop them on the 1-yard line and take over. I imagine they'll just try to run this enough to not take a safety, run the clock out, and that'll be the ball game. But a lot of heart and effort showed by the Cats as well.
And Cats go to the air, and that'll be 5 seconds off the clock, making it 11 seconds left here before the Edinburg Vela SaberCats become the Bi-District champions in the 31-6A football district that they've had to fight all year long. And SaberCats will go ahead and run this one forward so that they can just finish up that clock. 5, 3, 2, 1. And the SaberCats are the Bi-District champions here in 31-6A, taking over the South Hawks, making it a 52-14 game. Hawks came in here with good intentions. SaberCats came in here with good intentions. It'll be SaberCats taking the win. The coach will remain undefeated against any Valley team in his 2 years here. Coach, congratulations. Good luck in your next round. And fans, advertisers, remember, Real Sports Live, we need your advertising money to be able to show next round games.
Yeah, South Hawks' great season. Edinburg Vela is a far superior team. Not in terms of effort or character, but the boys are fast, they're big, they're well coached, and whoever plays them next week will have to play the entire game. Both sides a lot of effort. I echo what Nathaniel said. They're trying to bring a lot of the high school games to your computers. Support Rio Sports Live. And great season, Hawks, and best of luck, SaberCats.
And fans, with that, it looks like SaberCats will win, and Edinburg High may have taken a loss to San Benito. Not too sure on that final. Last time we saw it, it was San Benito over Edinburg High. And we thank you for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com. Join us again with all basketball action that we have coming up tomorrow, the end of the San Parlita Boys and Girls Tournament, along with the Laredo United South versus McAllen Memorial, and the PSA North versus Laredo Alexander at Alexander and at Laredo United South. So fans, we'll keep you updated with the best and all the greatest news here on Real Sports Live. I sign off with the same signing every time. You win some, you lose some, and that's a game. Well, the Hawks lost this one, SaberCats won that one, and that's the 2018 season.